I'm getting so I'm getting so mad.
It's fine, dude. Fuck it.
All right. Well, we just wasted so much time, but welcome. Why?
Welcome to Long Lost Pals. This is the segment show. I don't know what day it's releasing. We are
No,
recording.
I'm not. I'm not even gonna set the. So look, I'm not even gonna. I might try to cut you off. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna set the timer on the thing because it's stacking us weird, and I don't
We're,
know if that's just gonna record like that. So we're just
we're
gonna.
recording on International Women's Day. Happy International Women's
I don't know,
Day
Grandma.
to all the women. Yeah, not Joey who just put his hands up.
I was celebrating for the women on their behalf. Three beautiful women in my household.
That's just like a man. I'll accept this award on their behalf.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're not
shout
on
out
the
to the
show. They're all
women.
awake though. We're recording daytimes now. So this is like a new thing we're doing to hopefully sharpen up my cognitive abilities. So you might hear some of the lovely women in my life before too long, doing whatever the case may be. But this is episode 53, our Persian episode. I don't even remember that Pokemon. I guess it's just the evolved version of
That,
Meowth.
yeah.
Very regal looking Pokemon though. I mean, I gotta say, it's fancy. But this is the segment show, as Karrin was saying. I'm Joey.
I'm Slim Shady.
Yep, the real Slim Shady, and all the other Slim Shadys are just imitating. I gotta say, we've talked about Eminem's music before. Not really for me. Not really for me.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
no, he's a very angry young man.
he's very, well, he's an old man now, but he
Yeah.
was very angry at that point in time. You look kind of like to Jonah Hill in that in 21 Jump Street. Remember that?
No, no, not that one. You know what? I watched the fight last night. Charles Oliveira. Let's just say that I'm Charles Oliveira right now because he
We know
got.
you MAGA people love your MMA, but this is the segment show, and we are going to get started first. We said we were going to start doing polls weekly, Democratic podcast, although nobody turned out to the ballots for one of the things, which we'll get to in a second. So this week, we asked the folks, we had talked about Blade briefly, and we said, is Blade something that I need to watch? I didn't say it wasn't, but we had just talked about Blade, and then Corinne called me racist for not seeing it. But
What were those results?
well, I didn't argue that I shouldn't see it, first of all, but it was 91% of people said I should see it, which was, I believe, 10 folks, and then one person said, no, don't waste your time. Nobody was indifferent, so it looks like I will be watching Blade. My wife's actually a huge Blade fan, so at least, very random.
Queen. Mad Max and Blade. What
Yeah.
a queen. Happy International Women's Day to that woman right
Happy
there.
International Women's Day to her. So our other poll, we were like, hey, what should we talk about this week? We're doing Chatty Cathies. And everybody's like, yeah, shut up. Nobody cares. So they got
I
responded.
I think that you fucked up on that poll. It never popped up on my timeline, on my personal shit. I never saw the
What were
story.
you gonna vote?
Because I was like, I probably would have, honestly, but I was like when you texted me, we had a discussion about it, and then he texted me, I was like, wow, nobody, this was probably like a full day later, and I was like, you put one up? Like I didn't even see it. So I feel like you fucked it up.
I don't think I did. And to be fair, like I was like, it was Corinne's idea. I was like, you do it. She's like, I'm getting ready. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just do it then. And then I was like, I would have made it more specific, but I was like, this isn't my idea, so I'll just take hers. And nobody voted. So, blame yourself. But we
I
will get.
was getting ready to go out.
It took 10 seconds. All right, this is the segment show, and we're going to get started with our second installment of a new segment to season 3, which is Chatty Cathies. This is when we discuss a random segment that none of y'all help us come up with. This week, we have decided that we are going to discuss the difference between growing up when we were youths and growing up now. And we're going to put a timer on this one so we don't run the 40 minutes or whatever it was last
Are you
time.
gonna do the timer?
I'm doing it on my phone. I'm not doing it on this bullshit because it was pissing me off. Um, but Corinne, you grew up at one point. You're not Peter Pan that I know of.
I don't
What?
think that you have.
Well, I haven't. I mean, I have. White people age poorly. I've aged like milk, but still PG-13 personality. But
Yeah.
how would you compare what we were growing up in versus what these newfangled things these children have access to? Like, what are some of the sticking points that you're like are just major differences
I
between?
mean, I mean, you got technology, obviously. I feel like that's just the obvious, the biggest piece of or like of new shit that like kids are just being introduced to so early. And I think obviously like it's partially the kids being interested in the shit, but like parents just got to be a lot more engaged with not let like because that's how your kid goes off. And let's hear you talk because I'm just I have so many points, and you are an actual parent, so let's hear how you feel about like kids and technology these days.
Well, I feel like almost all mine are involving technology, but it's broken up into different segments of things I was thinking about. One is how different communication is these days. So back in our day, before cell phones, when did you get a cell phone? Do you remember?
Probably like 12,
Oh, you were
12 or
early.
13. Probably like 12 or 13,
You were
yeah.
middle school.
Think so. I had a beeper at one point, which I don't know if that really
A
counts.
beeper?
Yeah, you didn't have a beeper, bro?
How are we the same age? What do you? You
I
must
had
have
a
failed
beeper.
some grades. She said
I
she's
had a
younger than me. A
beeper for
beeper.
5 minutes. I had a beeper for 5 minutes, and then I got my first flip phone. Probably maybe like eighth, ninth grade.
Yeah, I got my first phone in eighth grade, and like these kids will never have to deal with like memorizing phone numbers. They'll never have to deal with using a home phone. And then sometimes somebody's using the internet in your house, so you can't make any phone calls. They never have to understand that, the patience that requires.
Texting after 9.
They'll never have to deal with the fear of calling a crush and their parents answer the phone and you can be like, hey, can I talk to this person, please? They'll never understand, like you were saying, free nights and weekends, baby. Like I used to hate because you know who had the unlimited data and who didn't. Because there'd be people calling me at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, dog, if you don't quit this shit, or 8:55, I'm like, you better wait those 5 minutes. Like my family and I, the amount of minutes we used to share as a family was egregious. It was such a
It's probably
small
like
number
500 minutes.
for the whole family for the month. And then I remember I had like 250 text messages to go through. These kids go through that in an hour these
What?
days. Group messages. I had 250 text messages for the whole month. Can you imagine
They,
that?
they have no idea what a data plan is, bro. They don't even know what a data plan is.
All these kids got unlimited, even if
But
they
it's
got cricket or whatever.
they don't even know about cricket. They don't even know about putting the minutes on the phone, bro. They
Oh,
don't fucking know. They don't know about that. So I feel like communication for sure. And like even before we had phones, like it was just like, hey, I'm gonna be outside with the gang. I'm gonna have to just, you just check in every now and then. Yeah, communication is so
ride by the
different.
house, ring the doorbell.
Parents got tracking. They know where
That's good though.
it is good, but it's like, do we have too much access now?
I don't know, man. I don't think I'll be like overprotective, crazy dad, but I like to know where people are at, especially if like something happens. Like I like to know. I'm gonna want to know where my kids
I
are.
I feel like all of the surveillance is being sold to us as a safety measurement, but it's not just for safety, which is what I feel like is the problem. Like, yes, it does make everybody safer, but it also leaves you open for a whole bunch of shit that doesn't make you safer and actually is more detrimental to, you know what I'm saying, your kids and you're being surveilled all the fucking time. Like, I'm 100% against that shit. It's like you kind of have to just pick and choose of the line to toe of like what you like. I don't have like, you know how the iPhone, I mean, your iPhone doesn't do this because it's old as shit, where the Face ID just unlocks the phone. I don't have that shit on my phone. You can't put my phone up to my face and it'll unlock. It's not gonna happen. I have to
Mm.
physically put the goddamn passcode in because I'm just like slightly paranoid
That's
of
how you
living.
know she's dated enough crazy people,
I'm
ladies and gentlemen. That's how
slightly
you know.
paranoid. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just, yeah, it's just like, is it too much? Have we gone too far?
Or are you scared it's gonna be like a John Travolta face-off situation and someone's just gonna switch faces with you and then access your text messages? Like, what's your worst
AI
fear?
is stealing your face and putting it into fucking ads. That is what they are using your facial ID recognition for.
Yeah, the AI has gone too far. We don't need
They're
like,
not going to have a full scan of my shit to put in some fucking whatever the fuck.
and
That's
we are
all.
in like a major epidemic of like adolescents and teens. I noticed from when I worked in schools and in my line of work now, like there's like a lot of kids who are struggling with mental health issues more than ever. And I think a lot of that is social media, access to social media. It's different forms. But I was thinking too, I was like, yo, there was cyberbullying when we were younger. It was just in different forms.
AOL.
AIM. I was thinking about AIM the other day. I was like, one of our first episodes, throw the beef back on the grill. We talked about that girl like making
Who
fun of me for
blamed
not,
you?
yeah,
Did you,
and
you
like
just
posted
left?
in her little profile on AIM. So there was like shit back then. I feel like more beefs pop off like at school from like Instagram and stuff because there's either like bullying or people making fake accounts. Like that's like a bigger thing that happens. But I mean, I remember my buddy got in a fight because on AIM you could warn people. I don't know what they did. I don't know why they gave people that pattern, but I get or that like the power to do that. But I guess if
Yeah.
somebody was like doing something, you could warn them. And if your warning got like 100%, like it would like ligament like lock out your access. And I remember this guy kept warning him, and then he got kicked off and ended up getting in a fight. This is like we were in sixth grade, a fight where he wore a book cover on his head to a fight like it was a do rag. But that's neither here nor there. Um, but
Bro,
yeah,
what the fuck were
I don't
you
need to talk about
doing?
that. But either way, like yo, I was just thinking about that. I was like, and then we had like Zanga. I don't know what Zanga was. I thought I
Zanga
was
was
really
fire
doing
as
something.
fuck, bro. I was the king of Zanga.
I thought I was doing something. I would be like, hey, girl, you want to update this for me? Like, whatever girl I was talking to at the time, I thought I was cool. I was letting them do whatever, but I didn't. That's like blogging, isn't it? Essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Zanga was a diary. Zanga was an online diary.
Yeah, that's
That
for
shit was
people who got
fire.
like troubled childhoods and listen to
It's
Eminem.
okay. How do you feel about this? Because I've seen this commented on a couple of times, and people have been talking about how there's not enough or kid-friendly spaces are disappearing. And I feel like some of it is true. Like they were talking about how on Roblox now, it's all adults on there. And like Minecraft and shit. It's a whole bunch of adults on there. So I do agree in regards to that, but I'm like, bro, the malls are still open. The skating rinks are still open. The movies, I go to the movies on a Friday night with me and my 30-year-old friends because we want to see a movie, and it's packed with 19-year-olds and 16-year-olds at the movies. So I feel like when people are like, oh, kid friendly spaces, maybe online they're being overrun by adults, but get these kids out of the fucking house. Get them drop them off at the mall. We spend the whole day just at the mall with no money, just walking around, chilling at the fucking mall.
Free chicken
Or,
samples.
you know
Yeah, no,
what I mean?
I, I'm kind of with you to a certain extent. Like my thing is this, like too, I don't like online gaming. Like I guess it's one
Yeah,
thing if you're playing with, I mean, because we had like chat rooms, right? That was like
yeah.
the one fear for kids was like you could get in there,
Stranger danger.
start ASLing, getting on that. But now it's like, yo, if you're doing this, like, you should really limit how old your kids are. They're getting access to online gaming. For one, they're exposed to a whole bunch of like crazy slurs and shit, learning a
Yeah.
language they shouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
People are super bold. Like people are bold on
Oh,
like social media. They're even bolder, I feel like, in gaming. Those platforms are super like
yeah,
dangerous in terms of
yeah,
like verbal abuse and things like
yeah.
that. And I think that factors into some of the mental health stuff. But like, yo, we would play in video games, but you would have to go to your friend's house. Or so like I get
There
like
was no online connection. Yeah.
if you have a friend that moves away or something and you're a kid, I mean, I get that, I guess, but yo, like that's what you should be worried about is your kid gaming with random people, like people
Yeah.
calling in bomb threats through gaming and stuff like that. I forget what there's an expression for that. They find out your location and then like order SWAT to your house. Like there's somebody who would do that. Like that shit's a whole different problem. Like
Yeah.
technology is just on a different wave. And thing is, these kids have like developed like I think one of my biggest concerns is they're gonna have no patience because everything's at their fingertips now. Like
Instant gratification.
think about it. You used to have to go to Blockbuster and you used to have to hope the movie you wanted to rent was there. You had to wait on a ride. You had to do all these things. Now they just got all these streaming platforms. They have fully accessible seasons. The best time of my life was 6 to 7 every weeknight because I got to watch Rugrats and Doug. They don't got to worry about that. They can watch that shit anytime, anywhere, any place, on a phone, on a tablet. Even like you used to have to pay the price. Remember, you used to have a VHS you liked and you wanted to watch it, but you didn't rewind the last time. And it's like, well, now I got to wait for 10 minutes, 5 minutes for this bitch to rewind because I was irresponsible and I didn't rewind last time. Like, they don't have to worry about any of that.
Mm-mm. Nobody, and well, everything is instant gratification, and then that's why everybody has anxiety because nobody is learning to wait to get shit. And so now it's like you have, yeah, I'm scrolling on TikTok. This is boring. Let me go to Twitter. This is boring. Let me go to Instagram. This is boring. Let me turn on Love Is Blind. This is kind of boring. Let me find another show. Bro, take a breath. Just breathe. Go put everything down first of all. Go outside. The kids ain't going outside today no more, and that's the problem.
An underrated thing, too, that you just thought about, like I just thought about that once you said that is like we were, I feel like I was in college when I started getting online access on my phone. Like we were like old, like we weren't old, but we were like,
Yeah.
I don't think I was like had internet access on my phone till I was like at least freshman or
20s.
sophomore year in
Yeah,
college. So
20s.
it's that too. Like, you can just look up anything. You can be on the internet. Like, you can do anything on your phone. Like back in the day, we would buy ringtones and shit. That was about the coolest shit you could do. You call people, text people, you just send them a pixelated ass picture, and you could pick ringtones. Now you can just get on the internet, do whatever the case may be. Like, and there's definitely positives of that. Like maps. Like I can't imagine having to go out and do map quest and shit these days. Like that
Bro.
shit sucked. And I still got old people you talk to sometimes that try to give you like verbal like directions. Well, you go this stoplight, turn right. It's like, look, man, save yourself some time, pal. I'm typing this shit in the second I leave, so I'll listen to you. I'll let you write it on this goddamn napkin, but I'm leaving and I'm gonna type it in my phone. So I appreciate your
Yeah, I
consideration.
Maps is definitely a big fucking improvement because I definitely have printed out some map quest directions.
I remember I had to drive to Tomball for a work training one time. That was like my first big drive, like as like a
North
16-year-old,
side, north
and I had
side,
to go to like a training to work at Kroger, and I had to drive to Tomball by myself. And I remember I had
North
MapQuest
Point.
directions. Also, very dangerous to be navigating like written directions while you're driving. Not particularly safe. So that's
That's yeah, that's crazy. There's a lot of nuance to it, but I think that technology is really just fucking us. I go out to eat now and I see these kids with their parents at the table and they just have headphones on and they just sit there on their tablet. I'm like, y'all don't think it's important to like make your children like commune like when y'all are like everybody's sitting down to have a meal like and your kid is just plugged into what the fuck they're doing,
you better color that menu.
which they did on the ride over. They did this morning when they woke up. They're about to go home and sit on it. I'm just like, bro, the parents are so disengaged. I'm like, I that's bad, man. It's bad that you can't sit at a dinner table while you're eating and just fucking unplug while you're around people. I think that's the biggest thing is like it's supposed to improve communication, but it's doing the opposite of that.
And I think the thing is this: I'm not gonna lie. Before I became a parent, I was super judgmental. And like
Yeah.
now I'm in the trenches big time.
Yeah.
I still don't ever let like it's a rarity when my daughter sees my phone, if ever. Like they
Yeah.
like and we've like loosened up with TV because the more kids you have, the more you have to let them entertain themselves to a certain extent. Like we were like really strict on screen time, but we don't do like if we're out in public, I will walk my kid outside. We went to Waffle House the other day. I will sit in the grass with you and watch cars go by before I let you
Yeah.
get on my phone and stuff like that. And you might have to eat in shifts and shit like that, but that is one thing I'm completely against is them having tablets and phones at like a dinner table at
Yeah.
home or at a restaurant. Like
It's important.
I'm willing to make this super inconvenient. I'd rather spend the quality time with you outside of this restaurant before I do that. So that's
Yeah,
one
man.
thing I'm with you on.
100% in agreement.
I will say though, if I ever take a big road trip, I will be tablet dad. We don't have a tablet for them yet, but if we ever like, because we're about to have no money, so we're not gonna be flying anywhere. So I'm definitely I'll have a tablet just for that shit.
Y'all better learn learn the punch bug game.
And to be fair, I never had one growing up, but some people had the vehicles like the little DVD player, like the little TV that they would have along. So that's like not new to us necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I remember my cousin, he's probably 23. He grew up with that his whole life. It was just like a little DVD player. So he watched Spirit every day in like the car when they go on. So like I'm not gonna be like that's not so much our generation, their generation, but like for sure, like long road trips, dog. There's no way in hell I'm not gonna do that. Like long ones, not like a couple hours.
I think a movie in the back seat is fine. I
Yeah,
think a movie in the back seat. Well, and because it'll help you be safer. Like you can't have kids throwing tantrums and shit while you trying to drive and they
it's
all
very
over the place.
overstimulating.
Yeah. Like let's pop a movie on or let's listen to, a story or audio book or something to at least keep everybody engaged.
I
I
listen
agree.
to a lot of Sesame Street in the car, a lot of Sesame Street songs, and a lot of time I listen to that same shit 20 times in a row because that's my daughter wants. And you know what? There are worse things.
Exactly.
There.
It's gonna keep everybody quiet.
Speaking of that, though, one more thing I wanted to touch on because I feel like we hit on some similar stuff, though. One thing like that I think is beneficial for everybody. I know it's good to wait and stuff like that, and you still have to wait for this. One super positive change has been music, like having access to things like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever the case may be. Because you used to have to roll a dice, spend $13 on an album, and that shit might be trash. And that shit used to be so frustrating to get an album and be like, damn, I just spent all this money, and there's like two songs you like, and the rest of it sucks. And
And
like,
I feel like that's why, and we've talked about that before. It's like we didn't really listen to albums like that back in the day because it was like whatever was on the radio, like that's pretty much what I was listening to. And then once LimeWire came around, boy, that
you had to
was
carry a
it.
CD player though if you wanted to be on the move, and that thing might skip
I
and not
had,
run
oh,
out of
I had
battery.
me a Walkman, bro.
Yeah, you got to get those. Is it anti-shock or whatever? I forgot what it was called. It was
Oh
something
yeah, yeah.
to make sure it didn't skip. But yeah, man, that's one thing just for the financial aspect. 'Cause you still have to wait on the album. But like if you want to buy 3 albums a month, that's like $40. Like, yo, and it might suck. And that's all you're gonna listen to. Because I was like you do with DVDs and stuff. I was
Yeah,
buying albums like well into college. I was still
yeah.
doing that shit like late. But like eventually I was like, all right, there's literally no point in me doing this anymore. Like once I got off of like Pandora, went to Spotify, I've never looked back. And
Yeah.
that's something that I think is beneficial. Also, if I want to play Sesame Street for my kids in the car, can you imagine like not having that? Like I gotta buy Sesame Street albums and I really gotta listen to the same 12 songs over and over again. Because that shit's been out since like the 70s. There's like their discography extensive. Songs with the Fugees and shit. They got all kinds of stuff. But we're 16 minutes and 40 seconds deep. Do we want to wrap up, Chatty Cathies?
Yeah, no, let's wrap it up, man. I think we touched on some good stuff.
This is our second installment of Chatty Cathies. We are now going to move on. We're almost done with this segment forever. We are moving on to the best and worst of. The best and worst of is a segment we go over the best and worst of a given year. This year we're doing the year 2024. We go over the best and worst movie, song, sporting news, as well as miscellaneous slash pop culture news. This week I am Mr. Positive. Karrin is negative Nancy. We're doing again the year 2024. I will get it jump started with the movie. This was like I think I saw 2 movies in theaters this year, and these are both on my list of movies that I wanted to mention. So some honorable mentions. I didn't see this one in theaters. I wanted to. Shout out to Iron Claw. Iron Claw is the movie, the
Oh
wrestling
my
movie.
God.
You know me, I'm a wrestling historian. I also really like Zac Efron. I feel like he rarely makes a bad movie. Besides like Paperboy, that was a weird ass one. But Iron Claw is a really good movie. Boy, beefed up for that shit. I really enjoyed it. It's just an intricate look into how sad the wrestling industry is. I really enjoyed that. Um, Joker, the second Joker movie came out this year. A lot of people hated it. I didn't hate it as much as most people did. I
Yeah.
thought the plot definitely had some holes in it. I thought it didn't like it wasn't the music didn't bother me. Lady Gaga is phenomenal. Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix is a great actor. And if anything's Batman adjacent, like you're gonna have a hard time making me hate it. So it wasn't as good. I mean, it wasn't as bad as people thought, but it also wasn't great. For best movie, I'm going with Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. We've
You
mentioned
love Furiosa. You really liked that movie.
it was a great movie. Chris Hemsworth being this like villain who's like also like homoerotic and like just makes him more terrifying for some
Yeah.
reason. And how she gets revenge on him at the end. It's just a really good movie. Like I said before, Mad Max was my wife's favorite movie. I don't know if it still is. That movie's good. I thought the sequel was really good. It's action packed. Like I said, I'm not always a huge action movie person, but I thought that movie was really good. We also saw it in theaters, so that jumps the list for some other stuff. But I thought it was good. And how she tortures him at the end, like, oh,
Yeah.
no, there's no spoilers in 2026. This movie's 2 years old, but like what happens at the end, pretty wild. Good movie
Like the
though.
desert in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, let's talk about Iron Claw because I'm glad that I saw that movie by myself. It was like it either came out like around Christmas or Thanksgiving, and I went to the theater either on Christmas or on Thanksgiving to see it. And I was like so glad that it was like a 2 o'clock matinee. It was pretty much empty theater. I was in the back bawling by the end of the movie. I was like,
Tragedy.
thank God I came to see this by myself. This is a really sad movie. Let me just drop that the movie that you didn't fucking name. Long Legs comes out this year. It was a glorious year for fucking horror. Long Legs comes out fucking spectacular. I'm a Long Legs truther.
Take her word for it.
I don't give a fuck. Worst movie to come out of this year, Trap. Not one of the great fucking horror movies that came out this year. It was fucking terrible. Josh Hartnett, I love you.
Mm.
M. Night Shyamalan, what have you done to our beautiful queen? Because this movie was fucking garbage. This is honestly just down, down, down on M. Night Shyamalan's, trajectory, which has been bad. The Visit was probably the last great movie that he made. Knock at the Cabin was okay. It was all right. Old trash. This movie trash. Glass was mid. Yeah, very fucking horrible movie.
Josh Hartnett, well, one of my sister's original crushes growing up. That's when I
Oh, good for
realized we had
her. He was a cutie. He was
That's
a
when I
cutie
realized we
pie.
had different taste in men. Eyebrows didn't really do it for me. He's borderline in unibrow status.
Okay,
Um,
I can see that.
he might, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. That's your into. If you're a big Anthony Davis truther, then it's good for you. What was your worst song of 2024?
This is the year of the Kendrick and Drake beef, as all of us recall it to be. Drake drops Tailor Made in the middle of this beef, which features an AI Tupac and Snoop Dogg feature. I'm not gonna lie, when I listened to the song, I was like, what is this? This is the lamest shit that I have ever heard in my even Snoop Dogg.
It went bad fast.
Snoop Dogg heard it and was like, I was so confused because this was not a song that I had ever actually been on, but my voice is on the song. I was like, Snoop Dogg is literally a lot. Like, this was just the lamest move that Drake could have pulled in the middle of this beef, and he fucking pulled it, and it was a terrible fucking song,
Is
too.
that when it started going downhill? Because I remember at first he had like one diss track. Because like
Yes.
on an objective standpoint, I
Push
feel like
ups. Push ups. Push ups was fire.
he had one. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was that one or it was a different one. But he had one that was good, and then Kendrick just dropped like two, three in a row, and he was like done for after that. But yeah, no, I completely forgot about that. In terms of good music, I like a bar song by Shabuzi. That Teddy Swim song was cool, but they ran that bitch into the ground. That made me not like it as
Oh
much.
my God, Lose Control. I
Yeah,
love that song.
I did,
They
but
could never make me hate you.
too much. Million Dollar Baby from the TikTok trend. That song was actually really catchy. I think it was on a Wingstop commercial too. I
That was
really
a
like that
banger.
one.
That was a banger.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter is a good one. My favorite song of the year is Yeah Glow by Glorilla.
Hey, get him, Glow.
That song is so catchy, man, and you can't listen to that one time. You got to listen to it two or three times. It makes me want to stomp somebody in some shell toes.
Was that the
Um,
year that she dropped the album? Because that whole album was fire.
I don't know, but
Glow.
that song goes hard.
Yeah,
Big
it
fan of
does.
that song. Get 'em glow. That's gonna be my best song of 2024. Best sports moment. I'm going Simone Biles bouncing back in the 2024 Olympics. My girl had a mean case of the twisties. Had to drop out of the previous Olympics. She won 4 medals in the Olympics. I believe it was 3 gold, 1 silver.
Damn.
What a bounce back. Guess where she's from too? You know it, baby. She's from the H. So shout out to Simone Biles bouncing back. The Olympics are usually when I'm most patriotic. And shout out
The
to her.
only time. The only time.
Yeah.
Except on the UFC fight night. I know you're gonna be really excited.
That's your shit.
Quick,
It's your two favorite things at once. UFC
quick,
and the White House combined together.
quick Simone Biles tidbit that you might not know. I was at the airport flying from Philly back home, and I'm sitting there and we're like, boarding or whatever. All of a sudden, Simone Biles walks past me to get on the plane. And I was like, nobody else reacted. But I'm like, hold on, was that Simone Biles? So I'm like, let me see if she's in Philly right now. I went to her Twitter and she had tweeted like yesterday, I'm clearly not in Texas anymore. And it was like snow, and it was like snowing all weekend. And I was like, oh my God, that was literally Simone Biles. So I flew home on the same plane as Simone Biles.
Wild too. She's like 4'8", so you like tower over her.
She is so very, yes, very small. Worst sports moment I'm going for this year. Jake Paul beating Mike Tyson in boxing. It's so funny because yesterday I went and got a haircut and they were talking about boxing versus UFC. And they were like, yeah, the sport of boxing is really just in the shitter right now. And I was like, yeah, it's because of Jake Paul. Like, it's because of that fucking guy who is lowering the fucking bar and just bringing the goddamn, bringing the sport of boxing down to its knees because that guy is fighting 60-year-old Mike fucking Tyson and has it on his record that he beat him and he won. Yeah, tragic.
What do you got for pop culture?
Pop culture, I am going with Benifer, our beloved Benifer. Our beloved Benifer finally calls it quits again, and
For the eighth time.
they got divorced in April, I think it was. They announced their divorce. I think it didn't like finalize till like January, but yeah, Ben Affleck and J Lo, and they have not recently, but since then been spotted together. Right? Yeah.
Can't quit each other. I respect it.
They fucking I respect.
I'm going season 6 of Love Island dropping. So
Oh my
there's
god.
so many episodes of that, but that was the one episode we fully tuned into. A lot of likable characters.
Yes.
Serena and Cordell, the winners. Serena from Houston. Cordell
Love
supposedly kind
them.
of from Houston too, but I think he kind of grew up in Dallas too, so I don't know how that works. But Odell Beckham's little brother. Just some
Love him.
great characters on there. I enjoyed Kendall, who I think sent booty hole pics, which was controversial. Controversial. I was like, well, big thing that happened right afterwards. I like my boy Miguel as the dude with the fake teeth from England called him. I like that group. What was it? Leah, Janae, and Serena. I
Okay.
forget what their nickname is.
Know that. Okay. Know the
Big fan
name.
of them. My boy Kenny, not a fan of his. I mean, he ended up doing Janae dirty recently. That was a bad look. He seemed so wholesome, but that season encapsulated me. I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna be able to capture that magic again afterwards. It was a great cast,
That shit was on my timeline
as it should have
24
been.
7. Oh my god, I was so fucking sick of it. Yeah, they ran that. They ran that year. Honestly, pop culture wise, Love Island or Love is Blind.
Love Island.
Love, yeah, they fucking ran that year for
Yeah, too
sure.
many episodes though. They need to cut that out because I'm probably never gonna watch it again. It's like
I
37
was
episodes.
like, I was like, why is this shit on my timeline every day? And people were like, oh, it's on TV every day. I was like, that's absolutely crazy. Like, y'all need to unplug.
One of the only reasons we finished it is because we went to a wedding that was like 6 hours away, like a 6 hour drive, and
Y'all were watching it
we were
together.
playing it. Yeah, like we had that going, so that like we watched like 12 episodes probably on that trip. All right, that wraps up the best and worst of 2024. Now we're gonna get in our farewell segment, which is F off. F off is a chance for my PG-13 personality to get off one F bomb per episode and Karrin to get her 35th off. It's just a chance for us to, call out somebody that we want to F off, whether it's somebody famous, somebody who wronged us in our personal life, like Karrin did me dirty last week, whatever it is, just a chance for us to call people out. I will go
I
first.
did you dirty because I called out your behavior.
Hey,
That's
man.
crazy.
Hey, man.
You want to go? You know what? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go first this week. I'm gonna let you go first.
My F off goes to a very unspecial, unremarkable person. I'm going with Valentina Gomez. So she recently ran for Congressional District 31 in Texas. What I didn't realize that she had ran for something in Missouri like a year or something ago. Got smoked in that one, got smoked in this one. This is this stupid girl, this nobody, this loser who she's from Colombia, but her whole platform is just hate and being Jesus powered. She's the one that I think in Missouri she was like doing the whole big anti-gay thing. Now she's on this whole anti-Muslim tirade. She's the person who like flamethrowered LGBTQ inclusive books. She burned a Quran recently.
Okay, I think
Um,
I know who you're
One
talking
of the
about.
most despicable human beings I've ever seen, literally. She's corny, she's hateful. She's the type of people that Trump empowers to
Yeah.
be like feel remarkable and feel like they're doing something. She was throwing out a whole bunch of F bombs, not the type that you like the
Oh,
homosexual slur. She was doing a whole bunch of that. Um,
fruitcakes.
yeah, she was not that one, the worst version. Um, She's just the absolute worst. She like literally wore a hijab to like a Muslim community event in Austin as a disguise and took it off and started yelling anti-Islamic stuff on a microphone.
This is just
It's just like people feel like, and then she gets smoked in the election, and then she said that they cheated and it was all rigged, and then called on Donald Trump. Her whole thing's like attacking pedophiles, and I'm like, you're literally pandering to Trump, who is in the Epstein files, however many times. Seriously,
man.
she is the worst human being I've seen in quite some time. Valentina Gomez, you are the worst. Don't like to wish bad things on people, but just know I want you to fuck off completely. Time for you to move to some other obscure state because Texas didn't work out for you after Missouri. Go run somewhere else. You loser.
All right. We got 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna make this quick. And I hate that it had to happen on International Women's Day, but I'm saying fuck off Kristi Noem. We talked about her a little bit on the news network. That bitch just got fired from her job. Everybody everywhere is fucking celebrating. That bitch is trash. just like you're talking about, these, it's like performative hate. Like, why are you putting on all these costumes at the fucking border? We're gonna paint this wall so that it's harder for them to climb. Get the fuck out. Like, go actually get a fucking real job. All of her time and money is spent on cosplaying as whatever the fuck she feels like being that day. Like you said, is she a failed actress model just living out her dreams in this fucking role? Probably. Fuck that bitch. I'm glad she got fired. Go crawl. They can team up and
Yeah.
stick in fucking South Dakota together and kill puppies and terrorize people secretly in their own little fucking group. Yeah, fuck both of them bitches. Happy International Women's Day to everybody but them
Yeah.
hoes.
Sorry, I should have saved that one for a week later. Yeah. Happy International Women's Day to women everywhere besides those two. I
Them
hope you don't
bitches.
get any. I hope nobody buys you flowers. I hope nobody makes you feel special today. And that wraps up episode 53 of Long Lost Pals. We appreciate people who tune in. I'm glad you had a timer because I had no idea how much time was left. We wasted a lot of
I
time at the
don't.
beginning.
It tells me. It tells me.
It doesn't tell me for some reason anymore.
Move your
Make
mouse.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure on Spotify you give us a rating if it's good. On
Don't rate us if you don't like the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, we don't got no
I'm
ratings right now. Please don't ruin us with like a 1 star.
keep
Give
that
us.
shit. Keep that shit to yourself.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all. I'm Joey. She's Karrin. Stay fly. We're out.